Good evening, everyone, and welcome to 7 with Kevin Live. My name is Kevin Maynard. I'm the Executive Director of Quad City Arts, where our mission is to enrich the quality of life in the Quad City region through the arts. Now, to do this, we work with hundreds of artists throughout the year in a number of mediums and genres, and our community is better from their art installations, their exhibitions and performances, and so much more. We at Quad City Arts have the joy of working with these artists and working with these programs and getting to know a lot about them. And we want to share that with you. And that's what 7 with Kevin is all about. If you're tuning in live, thank you so much for joining us. And if you have a question, put it in the comment section. Tuning in live but don't have a question, still comment. As we enter this holiday season, I would like to know, what is your favorite holiday dish? 7 with Kevin helps highlight artists that we work with as well as our programs. Tonight, we are going to talk about something a little bit different. Tonight, we are going to talk about one major event that helps fund those programs and supports those artists, and that is Festival of Trees. It is important to point out Festival of Trees is not only a thing that makes those programs, it's not the only thing that makes those programs happen. We also could not do it without donors like you. And this year, that is even more important. Tonight, we're going to be joined by Kaleigh Trammell and Karie Gilson from Quad City Arts. They are here to talk about all things Festival of Trees. Like many events, Festival of Trees is going to look pretty different this year. But it doesn't make it less important. Festival of Trees is the kickoff to the holiday season here in the Quad Cities, but it is also our major fundraiser. Karie and Kaleigh, welcome to 7 with Kevin Live.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Let's go ahead and just dive right into it. You guys both have the benefit of having joined us here before on 7 with Kevin Live. So let's jump right into it. Let's start with a little bit of the history of Festival of Trees.
Sure. So Festival of Trees started in 1986. That was the first year. And it was really started for two reasons. Number one, it was started to kind of bring joy to the community. That season of life in the Quad Cities was really difficult. There were a lot of folks who had lost their jobs. We were really in a tough economic time here. And so the folks that started it wanted to start Festival of Trees to bring some joy to the community during the holiday season. And then, of course, alongside that, they wanted to fund the Visiting Artist Series with that. And so the event has been twofold from the day that it started and continues on in that way. My favorite thing about the way that Festival of Trees started is who started it. And it was this powerhouse group of women who decided that they wanted to do this, and then they made it happen. So they spent a year planning, talking to folks, getting them excited, creating manuals, doing all the things that it takes to do something like Festival of Trees. And they made it happen, and it was incredible that first year. And so it is an honor to continue on that tradition 35 years later.
Excellent. I love that you pointed out the manuals. And the weird thing was, I think that everybody could see that excitement that welled up inside of you there.
I love a good system. I don't know what else to say other than that. And like to see like what they were talking about and what they were thinking about and how they built excitement, like that was so inspiring to me as someone who took over this position so many years after it started.
Yes, I will say it looks more like a scrapbook, but hey, it looks amazing.
I will also say that the amazing thing about those manuals and everything is that they are very thorough. There was a lot of detail that went into them, and really, aside from, obviously helping us today, it also is a nice little history component. So yeah.
Yeah.
So in a traditional year, what does Festival of Trees look like? If you were explaining it to somebody who has never been there, how would you explain it?
Well, so Festival of Trees has evolved a lot from the very beginning, where it was just this 2-day event in one room, to this massive, now what you see is a 10-day event in the 70,000 square foot River Center complex in downtown Davenport. So it's come a long way, baby. it is, featuring over 150 designer displays. It has special attractions, ticketed events. There's over 6 ticketed events, and then a holiday parade that kicks off the entire thing. The largest helium balloon parade in the Midwest. So
That's right.
Huge Quad City tradition is all I have to say.
Excellent. Let's talk about some of those things that happen outside of the River Center. So you talked about the ticketed events and obviously the parade. Let's start with the parade. It is, I will say that last year was the first time that I had experienced the parade in the way that I did. And it truly is a piece of magic. I mean, seeing those balloons go through downtown Davenport is really impressive. So, Karie, let's start with you, and then we'll go to Kaleigh. What does it take to make that happen?
Well, I will say that in a good year, Festival of Trees Holiday Parade is spectacular. It is magical. It is wonderful. You have the bands, you have the balloons, everyone on the streets. Like, it is just, when it all comes together, it is a sight to behold. And it is one of my favorite things to see because I see all the children on the streets and they are just in awe, looking like they have just woken up and seen Santa. So it is just so wonderful. The joy, the spirit, all of that stuff is just so great. Obviously not every year is going to be a banner year. Sometimes the weather tells us that it doesn't want to cooperate. So we always have to deal with that. But it's definitely one of those things that makes it magical. We have so many wonderful volunteers, and without that Quad City community, this event would not continue to happen. I mean, just the amount of volunteers that are needed to carry those balloons down the street, as well as people that, need to work on coordinating the parade schedule. And then obviously the lights that need to come down from the city of Davenport. And then the KWQC, airing it and getting the script. I mean, there's so many components to it. And it's just goes to show you how much the Quad City community is behind this. So wonderful to see.
Yeah. It really is an incredible experience. And so last year was my first experience with Festival of Trees. And I was so lucky as to be in charge of the parade, which was a huge responsibility for having only been there, 3 or 4 months by the time it actually came around. But Karie's absolutely right. Like the volunteers know exactly what they're supposed to do. Everything runs like clockwork. And it feels like chaos trying to get everything going. But as soon as the parade kicks off, it goes, and it's magical and it's amazing, and it really hypes you up. Like, it gets you really excited for the rest of Festival of Trees.
It certainly does. I'll share a quick story with our audience. Last year was my first full year, a full time being at festival. And it was really important to me to invite my family to see the parade and do that so my nieces and nephews could experience what that was like. And I was really excited. My older sister was dreading coming to the parade. Just had no desire. And afterwards, seeing her kids' eyes light up, she was so excited. She's like, "Kevin, it is about time that you got a cool job."
It is the coolest job ever.
Yes. So we have the parade. Real quick, let's just talk about a couple of the other things that happen outside of the River Center in a traditional year.
Yeah, so we have, like I mentioned, we have 6 ticketed special events. So these are also a huge Quad City tradition for many families. Sugarplum Ball, I have to point that out because that event sells out literally every year and by November 1st. And that is literally 800 people in the Waterfront Convention Center. We can't find even a bigger space to have it. But it is so precious. It is a daddy-daughter dance that brings together, these dads and these little girls that get dressed up and to the nines, and they just have a wonderful evening with their dad. And it's just so special to see every single year. And I think even the families that come after and the generations, they get so excited that their kids are old enough to go because they're like, yay, my kid's finally old enough to go. I mean, it's just become that just staple in the community. And we're so excited that we can continue to offer that, offer those memories that people make with their families. Celebrity lunch is another favorite, the place to be the day before Thanksgiving. I mean, local celebrities waiting on people, waiting on tables for tips, raising money for the arts, doing zany things. I mean, it is hilarious to watch. So yes, there's 6 events happening throughout the 10-day festival at the River Center. So these are usually taking place, most of them outside of the River Center, some in the River Center. Obviously the grand premiere, which is the big, first night that you can purchase and bid on designer displays. It's kind of our big show. So there's fun things happening at that. And so, yeah, it's kind of just one big avalanche that happens from beginning to end.
That's a good description of that, one big avalanche from beginning to end. So, it takes a lot to get to grand premiere in a traditional year. So what does it take? I mean, I will say that from living through this, what is most impressive to me is when we walk into the River Center and it is just an empty slate. It's an empty room. And then 2 weeks later, it's a winter wonderland. So what's it take to make that happen?
It takes a ton of volunteers and a bunch of hard work. So I think, from that beginning, last year was my first year. And so I got to see it from start to finish and to see the enormous empty space of the River Center and just seeing our volunteers work so hard. So yeah, so here's how it starts. And if you've been to Festival of Trees or seen any of the images, I know we literally build Festival of Trees in this space. So we have a crew of about 12 volunteers who are all retired or mostly retired, and basically they work full-time for 2 weeks, and making sure that we have everything put up. They do the ceiling treatment for us, they do our banners, they do any and everything that we could need. The giant tree in the middle, they do that for us. So we have those guys, and then we also have additional volunteers from the community. So we have carpenters who come and put up all of our walls for all of our little shops and all of our little places. And we have painters who paint our walls every year. And then in addition to all of that, we still have just a giant empty space with structures in it. And so then we have designers come in, and we have volunteers who come in with baskets. And so it's this beautiful, incredible system of volunteers who just come together and work hard for about 3 weeks to get this set up. And it's magical. And what I always tell our volunteers is that what everyone else sees is magic, but what we see is the hard work that it takes to get there. So, so yeah, here you can see kind of the structure without any of the trees. And then after our designers come in and they make it look beautiful and festive. And it's incredible to see that. And so there are constantly people everywhere. There's holiday music playing. It really is very festive. Yeah, here are our guys setting the walls up for us so that we have all of our rooms and the treat shop and our sales and info booth and the gingerbread village. They build all of that for us and are really committed to the cause.
It's kind of like that saying, it takes a village, because it literally takes the population of a village to make this event happen.
Absolutely. On our steering committee, which are our volunteers who help plan our events, and they help manage all of our areas at Festival of Trees, we have about 100 people in total who work year round or just about year round, helping us make sure that this happens. And then we have an additional, 1,500 to 2,000 volunteers who make Festival of Trees happen. So they work in reindeer games. They help us sell raffle tickets. They volunteer in the gift shop. They volunteer. It's really incredible. And it's been a while since I've listed all of this out, and I'm just kind of getting a little bit like teary-eyed thinking about how many people really do come together to make this happen.
So obviously, festival is going to look a little bit different this year. So Will any of this come back in the future?
I mean, yeah, of course it will. The Festival of Trees is a tradition, so yes. I mean, obviously, the world is different now. I mean, this year has really transformed a lot of the ways that we do things, but festival lives on, and it will be back, bigger and better than ever, and hopefully with some fun new twists and exciting things from really what we've learned from this year. That will help make us better for the next 35 years. Ah, there's the floor. How great. I need to make that my background so that I can just pretend I'm there.
That will definitely be nice to get back to in 2021 for sure.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about this year. This year, the theme is Believe, and we're working on a festival reimagined. So what's changed? What's happening?
Well, a lot of things have changed. So little did we know when we chose this theme back at the beginning of the year that it really would be something that we believed in, to reimagine what festival means. So we're keeping the spirit of festival alive this year. We have our holiday special and Day of Giving kicking us off on November 21st. So we have worked closely with KWQC, who usually does our parade for us, to produce a holiday special that's going to feature center stage performances, interviews, some memories from festivals past, some, just kind of fun things about what we're doing. And then also a special message from the big guy himself, Santa, of course. So it's the don't miss event of the day. So have a watch party with your family, make some hot cocoa, some Rice Krispie treats, and sit down and watch that 10 o'clock on KWQC. And on that same day, of course, we're doing a Day of Giving, because at the end of the day, in addition to spreading joy in the Quad Cities, Festival of Trees does raise funds for Quad City Arts. And so in order for us to continue to expand our programming into 2021, we want to make sure that we can do that. And so we're asking the community to support us with that. But we're still doing a gift shop. We still have designer displays. We still have our toy tree, which I'll let Karie talk about. We still have so many aspects, the VIP baskets, the stockings, the trees, the door designs, so many aspects of Festival of Trees that everyone loves. They're still here. They're just here in a different way. So rather than being across the river at the River Center, we will be right in the space you're in, Kevin, with a gift shop set up and designer displays for folks to see, honor trees displayed to honor our loved ones. And it's going to be a really fun and festive time.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, so a little festival light right here in Rock Island in the gallery. We'll have a little bit of everything from past festivals. So right on our screen here is a great reminder: holiday special and Day of Giving, channel 6, KWQC at 10 a.m. on Saturday, November 21st. I think that sounds lovely. Karie, let's talk about the toy tree. I think that that's it's a great thing in a traditional year having this really impressive toy tree, but honestly, this year it may be even more important.
Yeah, so when we reimagined Festival of Trees, we took a look at some of the areas that were going to be most impacted by not having festival, and obviously the toy tree was one of them. I mean, we obviously the toy tree is a huge attraction that is so wonderful to look at. It's thousands of toys that are created into this magnificent work of art, into the shape of a tree. And it's just so great for the kids to see. But these toys, I mean, there's over usually 600 toys that are donated by the community each year that are all donated and go to the local Toys for Tots. So this would be a huge hole in their campaign if we did not continue with that this year. So Remax River Cities has sponsored the toy tree for the past few years, and they're a huge, great partner of ours, and they wanted to continue that. And we said, yes, we want to continue that. So they are continuing that toy drive, even though we can't showcase the 20-foot tree this year. We're going to continue with that toy drive. They actually have a drive this Saturday, November 14th from 10 to 4. So you can stop in their, I think it's at their Moline location off of John Deere Expressway. So they're having a toy drive, and it's contactless. You can just go in and drop off a toy, or you can actually go and go online and make a donation through their Amazon wish list. So there's a lot more information on our website about that. But that was just one area that we thought, yeah, we want to continue with this tradition because, obviously we want to make sure that children still have joy in the holiday season. So that was important to us.
Definitely. So yeah, QCfestivalofTrees.com will find you more information about how to be involved with the toy tree. Obviously, you can go to the Remax locations on Saturday, but that Amazon wish list is a pretty convenient way to give. The other thing is, there was an event that we normally do that got reimagined into the Cookie Caravan. Would you like to talk about that for a moment?
Yeah, so that's another area that would have been really impacted by us not having festival. I mean, the senior community has really been hit hard with COVID and the isolation that kind of comes with that. So the Silver Bell Social is our senior day, and they actually, what happens with that event is we actually bus in a lot of seniors from their facilities to enjoy a field trip at Festival of Trees. And, anyone that is close to these events know that is actually one of the things that they look forward to the most every year. It's, they get excited about it. And we're like, oh, we really want to still give them some holiday cheer. So we basically decided we wanted to, figure out a way to bring that cheer to them this year, like we're doing with everything else. So we just came up with this Cookie Caravan, where we're bringing cookies and goodie bags from eye surgeons. So they're partnering with us to make sure that we can do this year, as well as some carolers that will be singing outside for these senior facilities that are allowing it. And so hopefully still making it safe for everyone, but still giving them some holiday cheer and letting them know that we're thinking of them. So we're excited about that. And so that's actually happening all through next week, November 16th through the 22nd. We're visiting about 13 facilities. So we're excited about that.
Yeah, really, that is incredible. It's really nice to be able to, to reimagine some of these events and kind of look at it in a different light, which is fantastic. So obviously Cookie Caravan, Toy Tree, pop-up gift shop right here in our downtown Rock Island Gallery, designer trees and wreaths and ornaments. So real quick, if I wanted to buy one of these trees, how would I do that?
That's a great question. Everything is available online. So you can come down in person if you want to come by and see. All of our designs will be displayed either inside the gallery or along our 2nd Avenue windows. So you can walk by and see the beautiful designs that we have. But everything's online. So you can go shopping in the gift shop online. All of our bidding for our designs and our baskets is online as well. We made it super easy and streamlined. Just go to our website, QCfestivalofTrees.com, and you can do it all from there. And we have for the gift shop pickup in store and curbside pickup as well. So you can make it totally contactless and just be able to order online, pick up all of your holiday gifts and decor, bid on a tree, bid on a basket. And let me tell you, they are incredible. You do not want to miss out on those. And
just a reminder, every single dollar you spend, is going to the arts. It's going to raise money for the arts. So it's, not only are these wonderful items and they're so cute, and I cannot wait till we launch this website because it's just so adorable, but every single dollar that you put into this is going back to our organization to make sure that kids, get wonderful arts experiences for the next year and beyond. So,
yeah, you can feel good about the purchases that you make.
Yes. And Karie, that is a perfect segue into, let's talk real briefly about the Day of Giving on Saturday, November 21st, how people can give, how people can get involved. But then really let's focus on Why is it so important?
Sure. So our Day of Giving is on November 21st. It's from 9 to 9. You have all day to make a gift as part of our Day of Giving campaign. And then, of course, you can learn more during the holiday special. But so you can give in a number of ways. You can give online. We've made it really, really easy for you. So you can go to qcfestivalofTrees.com/gift and you can make a donation. So you can make a donation right online. And the cool thing about the way that we've set this up is that you can really see how your dollars are impacting our programming. So by giving just a gift of $10, you're able to provide an arts education experience for one student in the Quad Cities. And honestly, what an incredible impact to be able to make with that $10. So you can give on our website, and you can also text to give. So we have a text to give option this year, which is new. So if you are out and about and think about giving, or you're down looking at the designs and want to make a gift, you can do so by texting Festival 2020 to 44321, and that will send you a link to make a gift online as well. So of course you can make a gift by check. You can come down and see us and drop one off, or you can mail it to us as well. We would love to see the support pour in from our community, because Festival of Trees is an incredible support for Quad City Arts. It allows us to do the type of programming that we do in the Quad Cities, not just through the Visiting Artist Series, but through the Metro Arts Apprenticeship, through our galleries, through our public art programs, through our Chalk Art Fest. All of the things that you see Quad City Arts doing, Festival of Trees supports that. And so as an advocate for the arts in the community, or as a community member, making a gift to the Day of Giving is something that we are hoping the community feels strongly about and wants to support us in this, because Festival of Trees is such an important part of our lives, and Quad City Arts does do so much for our community. And so we love the Quad Cities, and we love supporting them, and we're hoping for that support this year when we need it.
Yes. Kaleigh, I don't think I could have said it better. I mean, honestly, our programs really do touch everyone in the Quad Cities. Our public art programs are out and about in the public, so people pass them by. It helps beautify our neighborhoods. It helps make the Quad Cities an interesting place to visit, and also to live. Gives you an opportunity to go out and see those sculptures and those murals. But the other things like just this gallery right here, being able to showcase incredible regional artists, and also further behind me you can see a consignment shop, which is all regional artists who are making money off of selling that stuff here, also while supporting Quad City Arts. So there's really a lot of great things that come from our organization, and really all that Festival of Trees has kind of its tentacles in every little area. So it is very important. Now, Kaleigh, I could get online and give right now if I wanted to the Day of Giving. But is there, say, an incentive if I wanted to wait until the 21st to make that gift?
Yes. So of course you can make a gift now to our campaign. It's open. You can make a gift. But I will say on our Day of Giving, we have some really exciting things happening. We've had some generous donors in our community who have helped us basically leverage your dollars when you make a gift on that day. We have some fun things happening. We have some excitement building on that day. So if you want to make a gift now and you're afraid you'll forget, go for it. But I really encourage you to wait until that Day of Giving, because I think that you'll see the community wrap around us, and your dollars will go farther by giving on that day. So stay tuned to our social media channels. That's where we'll be posting all of our updates. And if you are on our email list, you'll be getting that information via email too. But keep up with us. It's going to be a really fun and exciting day. And I'm looking forward to seeing how the community comes together in support of the arts.
Yes, definitely. So lots of reasons to love festival. Some love it because it's a kickoff to the holiday season. Some love to come look at trees. Some love to look at the art. Some love to support it because it supports the arts. So let's kind of talk about let's talk about festival in a different light. So what is Karie? Let's start with you. What's your favorite thing about festival in a traditional year?
Oh gosh, I love the trees. I love that it changes every year. Even though a lot of people think, oh, it's the same thing every year, because it's, you know, obviously it's trees, it's the attractions and, you know, all that. But it is not the same every year. There's different designs, there's different displays, there's even sometimes different attractions. But I love that, you know, these people from the community are coming in to give their time, their money to create something so beautiful. And for the community of, you know, 30,000 plus people to come in and, you know, view those and bid on them and, you know, just have a wonderful experience. We have over 3,000 center stage entertainers like every single year. It blows me away. But I love the designs. I love walking through all of them and just seeing everyone's creativity, which is really what our organization is about allowing people to express themselves in a creative way and really encouraging that. So that's my favorite part.
Excellent. Kaleigh, how about you?
Oh man, I love seeing the way that Festival of Trees brings people from every walk of life, every part of the Quad Cities, every type of job, every type of passion together to experience this event that has become a tradition. And so to hear the stories from folks who grew up going to festival and are now bringing their kids to festival, hearing the traditions that families have around taking their family photos in front of one of the Hearth and Home displays or in front of one of the rooms, seeing our volunteers interact with the public, and just the true passion and commitment to what Festival of Trees is and what it means for Quad City Arts and for our community. It really is an incredibly unifying experience, I think, for the Quad Cities. It's something we all have in common, and it's something that we can continue to look forward to year after year, because we know that even in a year like this one, we can still make Festival of Trees happen and keep that spirit alive. So I love that. In addition, I also love the costume characters because I think that they're hilarious and they always do such a great job finding just the perfect spot to kind of stand and interact with the public. So
wonderful. Kaleigh, what are you excited about for, like, what's your favorite aspect of this year?
Oh gosh. The online store is beautiful. I'm so excited for people to be able to shop online. I love to shop online because I like to have time to really browse and like zoom in on things and really find exactly what I want. Even if I'm going to go into the store to actually buy it, I love to look. So I'm excited for people to be able to do that. But to be honest, the Day of Giving and the holiday special, like I'm super pumped about that. The Day of Giving is going to be such a holiday hype day that I really can't wait for it. I'm so excited just to experience it, to have the community experience it with us, and to have it really kick off the holidays, because it is that warm and fuzzy feeling of giving back to the community, coming together for one cause, celebrating the arts. So yeah, I'm really excited about that.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Karie, you've out of the three of us on the screen here have participated, helped plan, been in the most Festival of Trees. So do you have a favorite memory from a past one?
Yeah, I was just talking to Kaleigh about this today. That people who work at Quad City Arts, they number their years by how many festivals they've survived.
It's true.
My 7th year, so we'll see if I survive. But I mean, I'm hopeful, very hopeful.
You better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have loved every single one. Actually, my kids my 13-year-old actually, he's very proud of himself that he can name every single theme from every year that I have worked at Quad City Arts. And so he even tries to guess the themes for the next year. So it's kind of a fun game that I play with him, and he's kind of seen it grow. He's 13 now, but when I started, he was only 6. So, he's kind of grown through it too. So that's been fun just to see, my own kids be part of it. But I would say probably my favorite and not favorite year was 2015, was our 30th anniversary. And we're in another anniversary year. So, I'm sure very exciting things will happen for this year. Already has. But our 30th year was exciting in that it was obviously, we're commemorating a lot of these volunteers that have been with us a really, really long time. And so it was wonderful just to see them together. We recognized them at our grand premiere party. So that was an exciting thing just to kind of reminisce. We actually did a lot of throwbacks that year. We brought out tons of old pictures. That's kind of a picture from the grand premiere of some of our really long time volunteers that have been with us a long time. And then we just made it a real throwback kind of retro theme that year. And so that was really fun. The parade was canceled that year, so that was not fun. But we had some really, really great fun moments. I mean, we brought in these acrobats from Chicago that had performed all over, even in Cuba. They were really, really amazing and really kind of showcased what we do with the arts. We had some living statues at our grand premiere as well. So these were just really exciting things that we brought in to really spice it up and show kind of our creativity. But that was just a really fun. That's a great thing about working at Quad City Arts, is you can really come up with all these really great ideas.
That is true. I mean, obviously, seeing some images like that, there's almost always a way to yes. And when you throw out a ridiculous idea, it's not instantly a no. It's like, I think we might be able to make this happen. So.
Hey, can I have some acrobats in the River Center? And they're like, yes.
Yes.
Excellent. Now we're kind of getting to a point where we're going to wrap up here. So I want to do kind of a quick little lightning round here. How can people learn more about Festival of Trees this year? What's the best place for them to do that?
Go to our website. So qcfestivalofTrees.com. We actually revamped it this year. It looks wonderful. It's easy to navigate. So you can learn all about everything we're doing at qcfestivalofTrees.com. Or you can call us if you have questions. So our phone number is 309-793-1213. So that's our phone number. And feel free to call anytime, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. Or we're actually
Excellent.
We're open on the weekend as well, on Saturday.
Perfect. And if I'm interested in giving, how can I do so?
Go to qcfestivalofTrees.com and go to the giving tab, and there is a way for you to make a gift online. You can, of course, send a check-in, designate it for a day of giving. You can come by, bring us some cash if that is how you like to do your giving. You can also start your own fundraiser if you're passionate about the arts. So there's more information on our website, but if you are feeling really inspired and want to help us fundraise for the arts, you can start your own fundraiser and help us raise money to support our programs into 2021. Super easy. Really 3 steps is all you need. See the need and decide to support it, tell everyone about it, and show your support for Quad City Arts.
Excellent. And I'll also throw in that obviously donating through the Day of Giving is a great way to support us, but there's also other ways to support us. Come to the gallery or online to check out the pop-up gift shop, the consignment shop here, and support some local artists through that while supporting Quad City Arts as well. And by tuning in to the holiday special at 10 a.m. on Saturday, November 21st, I mean, just enjoy, have some fun. Let people know that it's happening. Karie, Kaleigh, is there anything else that you would like to add?
I would just like to thank all of our sponsors and volunteers and designers that have been with us and continue to be with us every year. We will miss everyone. We will miss all of the designers. We miss all the volunteers, but we certainly appreciate everyone, and we look forward to having them back next year.
Yes.
I'll echo that. Thank you to everyone who has worked hard this year, and for our volunteers whose areas weren't active this year, who have still called and asked, what can I do? And our volunteers who are going to come and shop, and the people who are involved with us who work behind the scenes, but they make everything work together. Thank you. And to the Quad Cities, thank you for your support in advance. I can't wait to see where we go this year.
Wonderful. Now, before I let you go, I do have another set of questions. And I know what you're thinking. Oh my gosh, we've already answered these. So I came up with holiday themed 7 with Kevin questions. So you guys haven't seen these, haven't heard these. So hopefully you're good under pressure and quick thinking. So let's see. I think the first one I'll start with Karie, and then we'll go to Kaleigh. All right, first question. What movie is a must for you during the holidays?
Elf.
Good choice. Kaleigh?
I was going to say that. White Christmas.
White Christmas. Excellent. I am a It's a Wonderful Life kind of guy. That one, it's just classic. It's really not even a holiday movie, but we'll skip by that conversation for now. Kaleigh, next question. Grinch or Elf?
Grinch. I love the Grinch. I really relate with him.
That is, it's oddly uncharacteristic, but I can kind of see it. I can see it. I think it's the Grinch at the end where his heart grows 3 sizes. That's
it. It brings me to tears every time.
So, Karie, Grinch or Elf?
Elf.
All right. Let's go. We'll go back to Karie. What is your favorite food at holiday gatherings?
The cranberry sauce and turkey.
Ooh,
I love cranberries.
Yes, I am right there with you. It's not a holiday gathering without cranberry sauce. So that's a good one. Kaleigh.
Pie. I love pie of all kinds. It's my favorite thing. And I know I can have pie any time of the year, but there's something special about a holiday pie.
Is there a favorite? If you're like, if I can only have one this season, it's got to be
apple. Just a classic
pumpkin.
Apple pie. I'm sorry.
Pumpkin pie,
I love
all the
pumpkin pie. But I will eat an apple pie anytime.
Excellent. All right, Kaleigh, coming to you. What is your favorite holiday book or story? Okay, so I will tell you. Okay, I had almost that exact same reaction. So I proofed these with Alex, our media specialist, and I had the same response. And then Alex pulled out like 8 books and stories, and I was like, oh yeah, that is a book. Oh yeah, that is. So I can give you some options if you'd like.
Well, let me just think about what is okay. So yes, I have one. Okay. So the experience I've had with it is it's like Disney's Twice Upon a Christmas. So bear with me here, but it's the story of where each person has something that is really dear to them. And they want to purchase something for the other person in their life. And so each of them sells that item that's dear to buy something for the other one. And then they find out that, they've each sold that item because I think that really captures the spirit of the holidays and that love and sacrifice that we have for the loved ones in our life. So that one always kind of makes me, but Mickey and Minnie do that in Twice Upon a Christmas. So there's that. I
believe it's Gift of the Magi.
Yes.
Yep.
That's the more adult version of that.
We get twice amount of Christmas is perfect. That's
Listen, I'm going to go with something also very childlike, and I'm going to choose Charlie Brown Christmas.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I love that story.
Perfect. That was great. Karie, coming to you. Go-to place for holiday cheer.
Wow, that's really put me on the spot. Festival of Trees. Duh.
Perfect. Kaleigh, you're up.
Okay, so yeah, Festival of Trees, of course. But also I love to go Christmas shopping. So anytime I am feeling like I need a little bit of holiday cheer, I'll find like going to a store where I can go Christmas shopping. That really kind of gets me in the mood. You listen to Christmas music, you get yourself a holiday drink, and you go Christmas shopping. So.
All right, perfect. I believe it's Kaleigh now. Kaleigh, what was your most memorable holiday as a kid?
Oh, man. Oh, gosh. I'm going to think about this one for a second. Let me just.
Karie, if you have one, I will let you jump in. Or do you need a moment as well?
Favorite holiday would be, my favorite holiday experience, I guess, would be cinnamon rolls in the morning. My mom used to make like really homemade cinnamon rolls, and I would smell them and it would just be like, oh my gosh, this is so great. And we would watch the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade and we would have cinnamon rolls in the morning. So that's my favorite.
I do love the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade and
Wonderful.
the dog show that comes on after it. It's the whole experience.
Yes, the dog show is great too.
Yeah, it's the whole experience. I will say, as a kid, we used to get to open one gift on Christmas Eve. So we would, come home in the evening after family Christmas with the whole family, and before we did our, at home Christmas, we would get to do one gift the night before. Which was usually like a book or pajamas, but it was just special to be able to open something that felt early.
That's great. My mother every year buys everyone pajamas on Christmas Eve, and it is a holiday tradition that like still happens. It is one of those where I think if they were like, well, we're not going to do it this year, my family might riot. It has become like very core to the Christmas Eve experience. So,
I
my
started
last
that
question.
custom, so my kids can thank me.
Yes, honestly, they're gonna love it. It's also, I think, one of the only reasons I have so many pairs of pajamas. So, all right, my last question is for both of you. Either one can jump in for this one. Why do you hate Thanksgiving?
That's hysterical.
I'm just saying, we skip right over it. We're just,
I feel like it just combines. Like, let's just combine it. Like, it's all the same celebration. Let's just start our celebrations early.
Yeah, this the whole month.
It's like Thanksmas.
Thanks. Yeah, that's perfect. I will say we're closed on Thanksgiving, so
that is true.
You can still celebrate.
You're right. I will say that question obviously a bit cheeky, but I believe early on Karie had explained to me one of the reasons that we do festival trees that it started in November, and if I remember correctly, part of that is because part of the fundraising option is that we are auctioning off trees, and if you post this too close to Christmas, everybody already has a tree. So which I came to terms with and I accepted. I'm glad that I still get my Thanksgiving with myself and my family. So all right, Karie, Kaleigh, thank you guys for being such good sports. Thank you for coming and talking about Festival of Trees and how it's grown over the years and how this year it's very much reimagined. So thank you for taking time out of your night to talk with us.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kevin.
Excellent. All right. Well, thank you everybody who tuned in, who's tuning in live. We really appreciate it. If you're watching this later, we appreciate that as well. There is a lot still happening here at Quad City Arts, here in our downtown Rock Island Gallery. You can see behind me, we've got some really incredible art on display, and these will be up during our pop-up gift shop here at the Rock Island Gallery. That pop-up gift shop opens on November 21st. That's also our holiday special and Day of Giving. So I would say, you know, maybe sleep in a little bit on that 21st, start the day in your pajamas and grab some hot cocoa and turn on Channel 6 and, you know, check out the holiday special, and then come on down, come see us, come say hello. You know, maybe start that holiday shopping a little bit early. We'd love to see you. As always, this is a team effort to put, you know, 7 with Kevin live together. It's also an incredible undertaking to put together a Festival of Trees here as well. So thank you to the Quad City Arts team for, you know, allowing us to do this and continuing to do this. Don't forget, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. You can visit our website to learn more. I would encourage you to check out qcfestivaloftrees.com to check out our Quick Start Festival of Trees information. You can find us on Facebook as well. That Facebook page is going to be very important on that Day of Giving. You know, not only so that you can give, but we're going to be doing some fun stuff, letting people know what's going on that day. So give it a follow and just see what's going on. So thanks again for watching. On our way out, we've got our great little commercial that we worked on with KWQC. So again, thank you so much for tuning in. It was lovely talking with you this evening.
Don't miss the Quick Start Festival of Trees Holiday Special and Day of Giving, Saturday, November 21st at 10 a.m. Broadcast on TV6. Join your hosts Paula Sands and David Nelson as they walk you through favorite moments of past parades, center stage entertainment, and so much more. Stay tuned for a special message from Santa and learn how you can give to support Festival with a Day of Giving on the same day. Believe in the magic this holiday season. For more information, visit qcfestivaloftrees.com. Brought to you by these sponsors.